Hi, my name's Lauren, and when I was a kid, I used to collect comic books. Got out of it for a while, got back into it again, and this is a tale of obsession. Sorry, there's no murder, any conniving or anything to go along with it, but it is, yeah, a tale of obsession sort of thing. And welcome to my home. It's a little bit different than most houses. You're in the kitchen now. This never used to be the kitchen. It used to be totally different. My hobby is comic book collecting. And over the years I've been able to acquire quite a number of ones, and dates back from 1919 to the present, and we'll be taking a look at it in just a sec. But when I was a kid, when I started collecting, I had this vision, and like all kids, you want 1 million comic books. Well, be careful what you ask for. Let's take a look. Hi, so this used to be the kitchen. As you can tell, there's no appliances. However, have a look around. This is one of the many A to, well, in this case, D sections. I think E even. And as I say, the library extends from 1919 to the present, and there's everything imaginable, from the superhero genre to science fiction to mystery, kids comics. Got a full run of Baby Snoots. Anyway, come on down. Over here is where the kitchen stove used to be. There's a washer and dryer here somewhere. That was a long time ago. Anyway, this was part of the dream as a kid, and visualizing a room full of comic books. Tried to give it a little bit of a design here, so there's little places to look around, and in fact it would have been nice eventually to have a place to sit down, but eventually got too many books. I was going to fix it up a little bit to make it look a little bit neater, but I'm going to be pretty soon in the process of moving everything, and that's going to be a logistics problem in itself. Come on down. Part of the library project was some limited edition prints and stuff, and I found that you can go into the direction of toys and models and different things, but I decided to just focus on comic books. This is the magazine section, and there's everything from Mad magazines to, well, in this case, editions of Fugitoid. Over here is the, I guess, T to Z section of the magazines, and there's all sorts of DVD library as well. There's a bit of a VHS library that surrounds the ceiling, and again, this used to be my dad's room, but it also got filled up with again an A to Z section. It's difficult to do one total A to Z because there was so many books, and it took a little while to put everything together and build all the shelving. Let's go over to the living room. This is the digest section here with a few pocket books, and then the living room. Several A to Z sections here. We'll just take a walk down. As I mentioned, I was going to clean it up a little bit, but started buying more boxes of books and things, and as I say, I'm going to be moving and having to pack everything up. And so I just left it the way it was. So again, another starting A to Z section along the wall. There's another section here again with the S and T section. S is huge. There's over 30,000 books just in the letter S. This is my workstation area where books, when they come into the library, they're graded individually. Books are graded here, and then they're put onto a database. The database is on a hard copy as well as in a computer. This, of course, is the hard copy. The hard copy of the library. And the boxes from the living room. This is my mom's room. Or was my mom's room. And it also is almost totally filled. I got a row on the bottom that was empty. There's everything, including the Kiss comic book, which is it's one of the largest ones. And I think that's what I was able to do with the house, but there's still more. And we'll take a look at that now. As I mentioned, this is kind of a strange house, the way it was built and everything like that, but we used as much space as we could for putting all my stuff in. Most people have their collections not as what you saw in the library, but they have their stuff in boxes, and I have my share of boxes as well. A to Z. I wish it was just one A to Z, but we'll be working on that as soon as I get a container delivered sometime this week, actually, and slowly take everything out and do one big A to Z. In the meantime, they're in boxes. They're all in boxes in alphanumerical order. I was at one point sorting things out, but things got moved around and we needed space. So this was the area where I was originally working and starting to do some organizing. And as you can tell, here's a table or two tables with just the letter A on them, and quite a variety, lots of duplicates and everything like that, which again makes it difficult to sort. But eventually it'll all get done. So this project is what I call the Midnight Comics Library. I figured if I had a collection and had a collection this big, it would be kind of a waste to just sell it all off. What I'd like to do with it is start a project to encourage kids to read, write, and draw. So I'd like to put a lot of this stuff, I'd like to put a lot of this stuff in a format on a computer where it's able to be read, as opposed to handling the raw copies, because again they stretch from 1919 to the present. There's a lot of stuff in the 40s and 50s sort of ideas. Some of the stuff is brittle, so handling it will cause certainly more damage. There's also things that people rarely see, and which makes it kind of nice and interesting. Eventually with the library, I'd like to take all the single copies editions and actually donate them somewhere, so that to keep the library together.